Sanchez, and I will be giving you a quick tutorial of the basics of clarinet. Okay, so to begin with, this is my student model Yamaha. So to start off with, we're just going to place it on our lap, open it up. So I usually like to start with either the barrel or the upper joint. So today I'm going to go ahead and start with the barrel, which is this piece. And then let's go ahead and let's put our mouthpiece on. So I'm going to simply put these two together. Shouldn't be too difficult. Then from there, I'm going to go ahead and put on the upper part of the body with the upper keyholes. And you want to make sure there's not too much resistance. If there is a lot of resistance, you want to put on some cork grease. It looks like chapstick. It's not. There's a difference. So don't use chapstick in place of cork grease if you don't have it. Make sure to go to your local music store or online and buy yourself some cork grease. So, and it's really simple to apply. You just put it a light coating on the portion that is cork. So when putting these two pieces together, you want to be really careful. Let me grab it a little better. That you do not mess up this bridge key right here. So sometimes some clarinetists like to put down the keys so it lifts it up and gives it some more room. We're just going to slide it in there real nicely. And there's actually another part to it right here, so it should go nicely right over. It's not too much difficulty, and if there is, remember to apply some cork grease on there. Here the keys should be all aligned. Okay, and then lastly we put on our bell. Okay, then next on the mouthpiece you want to put on the reed. So I have my reed here, and make sure to remove the reed after each use of the clarinet, or else it'll get warped, which is where the wood sometimes becomes like wavy on the edges of the reed, and that prevents the player from getting a good tone. Well, we're going to let the reed a little before we put it on. And in the meantime, you want to get your ligature, which is this metal piece. I'm going to put this down here. What the ligature does is it holds the reed in place. So you want to make sure the reed is on top. There's just a nice hair line where you can see the mouthpiece right here on the top. So when you have that aligned, I usually like to put my thumb right here. And we're going to slip it on and tighten the reed on. You don't want it to be too tight where you won't be able to unscrew it again, but you don't want it to be too loose where the reed will move around. Okay, now that we've got everything ready, we're going to start with positioning our fingers on the finger holes. So to do so, your thumb is going to go on back. This is your left thumb. And then your pointer finger 1, middle finger 2, then your ring finger is going to be 3. Same down here, 1 on the open keyhole, your middle finger on this one, your ring finger right here. And then your pinky is going to kind of lay loosely right here so it could reach these bottom keys, and as well as this pinky. To make sure that your fingers are correctly on the tone holes, you want to just lightly push down. And when you do, if you could see on my fingers, they're like tiny Cheerio dots. And that's exactly where you want them, on the pads of your fingers. Okay, so next we're going to sit up straight. You want to sit like you're standing. So you want your upper body relaxed. You want to sit up tall. Your back aligned. Okay, now for the embouchure. The embouchure is how you set your mouth, the corners of your mouth, how your jaw tightens. So for clarinet, it's very specific. We want it to be like a smile. So where your edges are tightened, like someone's kind of going like this. I'm still trying to work on mine. I'm a saxophone player, so there is a difference. Even though they are single reed instruments, there's a huge difference. So you want to make sure my mouthpiece is a little off. Okay. You don't want to put the mouthpiece too much in. You just want to put it slightly in. And you want your bottom lip to act like a pillow. You're just going to rest the bottom part with the reed right there. Top teeth on the mouthpiece. And bring in the corners. Now, if you were to see me sideways, you want to have the clarinet out at a 45-degree angle. But you do not want to move your head down, back, or play. You want to keep it level. Okay? Now, before you play a note, you want to make sure that you get a nice supported breath. To do so, something I like to do is you put your hands behind your back. When you take a nice supported breath, your lower back, where your diaphragm is going to expand outwards, okay? So, you want to make sure you take advantage of all that space you have. Okay, so let's try. So, embouchure. Now, something I do, which I need to work on, is playing to the side. Remember, you want to play straight in front of you. Try to get that embouchure, where your mouthpiece is, really center and aligned. Okay, so that is the basics. Articulation is the difference of having your notes connected, which is called legato, and then you have marcato, which you see is kind of this symbol over the note, and then staccato, which is just dots. For your just regular tonguing, your articulation, you want to say T, 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 or ta, and you want to make sure that your tongue is hitting the very top part of the reed. You don't want to hit the top of your mouth, the roof of your mouth, and you also don't want to just hit it right here on the top. You want your tongue to have contact right here. What I like to say is kind of think of your tongue as like flicking that little portion. No. Okay, so that is your articulation portion. And that will help a lot when beginning and as a beginning player. You always want to be careful with all these keys. This is very delicate hardware, so make sure you always put your instrument in a safe place when you're not playing it, preferably back in its case, unless you're just walking away for a moment, but you never want to leave it in harm's way. So I hope that those little tips will come in handy.